It is getting spicy in here. My goodness. Can I feel the power? There are a lot of saviors out there and they are talking absolute nonsense. Hello, my name is Lisa Davis and welcome to my YouTube channel. I don't know if you can hear that, but the rain is going off outside and I've only been back in the UK a couple of days and it is very, very weird having all this rain around me, and I've just seen some flashes of lightning, so it's getting even more spicy. That is the summary for this full moon that is due on the 10th of September. It is getting spicy in here, to say the least. So like I was saying, I've just got back from a magical mystery tour all in and around Europe over the summer months. Very recently, I've just got back from Spain, and today is the 7th of September that I'm recording this. So once again, apologies for the delay in getting this video out. However, today is a huge day for myself. Today, 4 years ago, I actually had to choose between life and death, and I chose life, and here I am sat here with you guys now doing this video. So 7th of September for me is such a beautiful, huge day. If you want to hear the ins and outs about what happened, pop over to my Instagram channel. The links will be in the description. Also my Facebook, you know, my story is absolutely everywhere. It's probably on my YouTube channel somewhere as well. But you can go and check that out. It's quite a cool story, and it is certainly helping thousands of people around the world go on their journey, which is what I got sent here to do. Anyway, enough about that. We've got some super exciting things coming up. Conscious Conversations is coming back just in a week or so. On top of that, we have got Soul School at the end of the month on the 24th of September in Bournemouth. There are minimal tickets left for this event, so please do be quick and go and click on the link. I think there was like 29 or 39 tickets left earlier today, so please do go and click on the link and reserve your ticket. Fingers crossed, I'm speaking to the venue, we might be able to squeeze some more people in, but right now we've only got 39 tickets left. So it's really great how quickly you guys have got involved in that. If you are on my mailing list, you will be getting an introduction into what Soul School is and who the speakers will be imminently. It will also be through my social media channels, so please do go and check that out. Anyway, enough about that. We've got 3 days until this beautiful full moon is coming in, and my goodness, can I feel the power? Can you? That is the question. So this full moon is going to be powerful and potent. Since the start of 2022, I have been talking about how September through to December is going to go off like a rocket. Ladies and gents, welcome to September, the start of it all. So as I was looking at the energies for this full moon, normally I get some punchy little thing like sizzling September, but no, not this time. As I was looking at these energies, I basically was given out with the old and in with the new. It was very apparent in the way that the information was coming through. It is time to ditch our old stuff. Now, that may look like decluttering to you. That may look like, you know, having to release all of your emotional trauma or the things that have been holding you back. Maybe you're wanting to tidy up more often. Maybe you're wishing to embrace much more clean, energized spaces. And that may be in a relationship. That may be at home. Maybe you have recently found somebody that makes you feel energized and you're like, wow, like this is what it's supposed to feel like. Trust that all of this is working in your favor to remove the stagnant energies from your field. If you are drawn to declutter, please do it. If you are drawn to move to a different space, please do it. If you are drawn to revamp your office, please do it. Trust that this energy of the full moon is a real get shit done kind of energy. Now, my team will tell you, I only got back in the UK yesterday. Actually, I landed back in the UK yesterday morning, and I've been on a mission ever since. It is definitely getting stuff done with me. It has put a rocket up my backside. I feel completely organized. I feel completely aligned. I feel more vibrant and more focused than I have felt in a very, very long time. So it is a really beautiful energy that this full moon is bringing in. where there is good, there is also some challenges though, so I will get to that shortly. Like I said, I've been raising the consciousness through our discussion since the start of the year, how September through to December is going to look. It's going to be a really busy time for us. We are stepping into that energy now, and you will be feeling the shifts in your energy field. It's very important that you get on top of how your energy should be feeling. Okay? So if you know that normally you're quite like full of beans and then most of the time at the moment you're like, oh, I feel really down, know that you are not on top of your energy. Okay. The other thing that is very, very apparent right now, you must recognize who you are giving your energy to. If you are giving your energy to somebody or something that is not serving you, or that perhaps isn't quite at the light, it is fair to say this may be a tough road for you ahead. Recognize the words that people are using. If they are commanding your energy, say, I do not consent. If they are saying, give me your energy, I do not consent. That is not what this is about. We are releasing the attachments to each other. We are releasing these cords and these links that we have between us. We must start to step up and take ownership of ourselves. Not one person, no matter what they say to you, is coming to save you. Please know that. They are not coming to save you. There are a lot of saviors out there, and they are talking absolute nonsense. And this, over the next 4 months, is what is going to come to the head. We are going to be overloaded with information and disinformation over the coming months. There is going to be a lot of conflicting information. You are going to be confused. It is going to feel chaotic. It is going to feel just a little bit too much to deal with. You are going to have to use your discernment. You are going to have to decide whether this feels right to you or wrong to you. Doesn't matter what your friends, your family, your partner, or anybody else is thinking. Now, the way that we do that is by dropping into our heart space. We drop into our heart space continuously and feel into whether it is true or not. Now, feelings are going to be a big thing for this full moon. I'll come back to that shortly. We do not, and we will not ever agree on everything. So stop even trying to make that a thing. Now, the day of the full moon, we will have a total of 6 planets in retrograde as we step into the full moon. Okay. So there's going to be a huge amount of energies going between. We've got the powerful light of the full moon that is shining a light on everything. And we've got a number of planets that are actually starting to go backwards. Now, I've had a lot of people reaching out in David Mahoney and my group, which is called Divine Activation Adventures. And all of the links will be found in the description, guys, if you want to join us. But a lot of people have been posting in that group saying, oh my God, I feel exhausted. I feel frustrated. I feel overwhelmed. I feel angry. I feel, dizzy, and all of these things going on. Okay, this is because 6 planets on the 9th of September, the day before full moon, will be in retrograde. So that means they're slowing down and going slightly backwards. Okay. And we've got the power, the vibrancy of this full moon. And as I've told you, it's a real get shit done time for me. So that is a real conflict. It's a really chaotic energy to navigate if you don't know how. Now, a lot of people are just waking up to the fact that there's these energies, that the full moon can create something and the sun can create something else and the water can create something else. Like, some people are just coming online to that. So I need you to be gentle with yourself as we go through it. I have noticed a lot of people who are feeling uncomfortable or disconnected. It tends to come back to control. Your need to control, your want to control, your desire, the controlling, traumas that you've maybe had throughout your life. So through this full moon period, take time out to release any control that you come back to. So a pattern that you constantly come back to. Maybe your partner likes to go out and you're like, Seriously, do you have to go out? Why can't I come with you? That kind of thing. Look at that pattern and start to recognize that this is your stuff. This is a regular pattern that you are going through. Remember, your heart is going to assist you releasing that energy, but you must figure out what your heart feels like. Get connected to your heart to be able to release that energy. I'm sorry to say, ladies and gents, that we are going to continue to be in the Hall of Mirrors for some time yet. Our healing journey is going to continue. What do I mean by that? Past issues will continue to resurface. They will be truly testing us. So if you are serious about moving past these traumas, past these old patterns, please know you are going to get tested to the max. I actually got tested maybe a week or so ago now, and it was amazing. I had an experience whereby, you know, I've been calling in healing in a certain area for some time, and actually something happened and I was like, wow, this is amazing, an amazing example of how much I have evolved. And I was actually really proud of myself because I changed my past pattern. My past pattern would have been, you know, shouting or getting angry or, you know, snidey comments or something like that. And actually I was able to drop into my heart space and be really, really beautiful. I still had boundaries in place, but the response was beautiful. It wasn't pushing people away or running away, which again was one of my themes. It was just, this is what I need to do for me right now. And I appreciate what you're saying and where you're coming from, and this is what is important right now. So I skipped away from that scenario. Like, yes, that was a win. Not many people probably would have seen it like that. But for me, I was so proud that I had been able to change an old pattern. So it's extremely exciting what's going on. And we are moving through this. If you want to move through it, you can move through it very, very quickly right now. And I really do suggest that you do it now, because trust me, in a couple of months' time, you're not going to have any choice to do it. And it's going to have to be done very quickly. And it's going to be like ripping a waxing strip off of the hairiest back that you've ever seen. It won't be pleasant. You know, it won't be pleasant. Oh, massive lightning then. I don't know if you saw that on the video, but there was masses of lightning. You're probably going to hear it in a second. The thunder anyway that will accompany it. We're going through a massive process right now to dismantle the current matrix. And actually, I hope you guys heard that. Actually, this process of the lightning and the thunder that's taking place is Mama G's way of starting to dismantle the matrix. What's very important right now is, as we are dismantling this, and some people will be sat there going, oh, we've been doing that for the last 2.5 years. We've been doing it for a lot longer than that, but it's just been in consciousness. We are still a long way from stepping out of the matrix that we're all living in. We're all living in our own individual matrix. Now, some top tips that I've got, and the energy will support this through the full moon, is getting out and grounding. Every single day, get out and ground, whether that be walking in nature, whether that be going barefoot, whether it be going for a dip in the ocean, whatever it looks like to you, get outside and ground. Take time to be present in nature. Nature will protect you. It will protect you from the elements. It will protect you from the spraying in the skies and other things like that. Also, this full moon energy is going to encourage you to take some time for yourself. Get connected to self-love. Recognize what you love about yourself. Recognize what you love about life, and go and do more of that. Now, again, this point has been raised significantly over the last few months, probably even the whole of the year. This full moon is going to bring a massive shift within a spiritual awakening. Okay, so people that currently you think they're fast asleep or they're not quite getting it, trust me, they have no option but to shift. There is going to be energies that are coming through and that are hitting us that are going to make everything so much more profound. So meditation, if you are somebody that likes to meditate like myself, and I can prove this actually. Today I did a meditation with my team, and it was a very, very short meditation, but we had a very, very clear goal, and that meditation was profound. Both me and a couple of other people in the team were like shaking for ages afterwards. That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. It's going to take you to places where you need to go. It's going to show you things that you need to see. Okay, so be open to it. The veil is becoming so thin right now. We don't have this, although it feels very heavy for some people right now, we don't have that heaviness. Now it's a choice. The soul is going, oh, I remember that. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember what to do. And that's why people are awakening at such a quick rate. I often joke with my clients that it's been, like 9 years for me on my journey. And some of them are doing what I've done in 9 years in 9 months. And I'm like, wow, take the shortcuts, why don't you? But I'm only joking by that. Some of us had to wake up many, many years ago so that there were people to support us as we were going through these times right now. Now you can heal like this if you choose to. If you're really, really honest with yourself and you are ready to go through it, you can heal like this. However, some people don't realize how delusional they are. And this is why most people come to my program and they think they've got their shit together. And then they go through the first month and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so delusional. Very, very beautiful what's happening. Very, very beautiful. Creativity is going to go to a much higher level. So if you are somebody like myself who creates video content, you might find yourself producing some of the best things that you've ever done. And let's be honest about it, the work that David and I are doing currently is just out there. It's some of, I've never been more proud of what we are doing through these videos. So, recognize that your creative flair is going to come online. Now, I meet so many people and they say to me, oh, I'm not creative. I don't have a creative bone in my body. I used to say the same, just because I couldn't draw perfectly or, but I can write really profound words. That's creativity. I've just written the last chapter of my book. Like that's a huge amount of creativity. Doing videos, that's creativity. So don't cut yourself off from your creative flair that is linked to source. You will have a much more powerful connection with divine energy if you choose it. This full moon is really bringing, I can't get my head around it when it's lightning out there and like my eyes are doing funny things. So you might have just seen in my eyes then that there was more lightning. So weird. And I'm looking out over the ocean, obviously, as I do this. Like I was saying, the connection with the divine will become much more powerful. Dreams. A number of people have been talking to me about their dreams. Oh my gosh, like it's so intense. Lucy, you were there. This is what's happening. Da, 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 da. And actually, it's a really good point that we need to speak about. Dreams are going to become even more intense. There is a reason for it. Your dreams are showing you what is required from your superconscious state. So if you are dreaming about, actually last night I went off and I astral traveled to be with some children, and I was asking them what they needed from their parents that were earthside, and these children were going to come through, and they gave me a whole long list of things that they needed from their parents. So what's really interesting is I'm doing a video next Friday with my beautiful friend, Deborah Collins, and we're actually going to be talking to the mamas of high vibrational children. And that's where I went last night. So last night I had to be shown what the children needed so that I can bring it into the work that we're going to be doing next Friday. That's a really good example of it. Okay, so if you find yourself and you're like, wow, I've just been shown that so-and-so needs to hear this, go and talk to them about it. If you're showing being shown the person that you're going to fall head over heels in love with and that you're going to get married to, like trust your dreams right now. Trust your dreams right now. It's quite beautiful how this is working. So this moon is also very much an alignment with our spiritual awakening taking place. It's very much about stepping into our gifts. Very much about stepping into our gifts, particularly our intuition. So there's a lot of people out there that say women are intuitive, men not so much. So I disagree with that. I believe we are all super intuitive. It's just we've had it beaten out of us. We've forgotten. Now, when I talk about intuition, and a short while ago I was talking about feelings being very important through this full moon, our feelings and our wholeness and our oneness are very, very important during this full moon. We are going to have the light shone on it. If you are feeling something about someone or about something, tell them. You may never get this opportunity again. And actually, I've been having discussions with a couple of people recently whereby I'm encouraging them to go and tell people that they love them. And it's a challenge because it's not words that they like to use or they feel comfortable using. However, this is the period of time, and there is no surprise that that is why we've got the full moon light shining down on this area. Tell people what you choose. Let them know what you would like. Vulnerability is going to become the most sexy quality. I already think that it is. But vulnerability for everybody, every single human, is going to become the most sexy quality that they look for in a partner or in a person. Starting to feel lighter, hey? I always start with the more heavier side of things because I just like to leave it on a higher vibrational note. She says, just about to step into something a little bit more low vibration. Do not be surprised if addictions surface during this full moon. Like I've been saying through the whole of this video, it is going to shine a bright light on anything, whether you're a smoker, whether you're a drinker, it's going to shine a really bright light. It is time to release and surrender to the wisdom of the divine. The divine doesn't want you to be addicted to anything. We weren't here to be addicted to anything. This is our programming. This is the conditioning that we've gone through as part of the human experience, that we have recognized and actually stepped into addictions. The energies are going to be fast. They're going to be furious. They're going to be chaotic and likely to confuse the heck out of us. So, like I said earlier, get grounded. Stay in your heart. If you need clarity on something, would you mind explaining that to me, please? Do not take the easy route of having a reaction, because sometimes it's very difficult to take that back. Ask people what they mean. Ask people why they haven't done whatever it is that they told you that they were going to do. We are stepping into a world of love. And the other side of this full moon, in a couple of weeks, we are going to be recognizing the huge contradiction between the beautiful love vibration energy that is out there and these people that are still trying to hold us back by keeping us in fear. People are showing us what they are doing. Listen intently. It is very important to stop and review and change things from here. Now, as always, I do like to give you a cheeky little full moon exercise. I don't really like to call it a ritual, but an exercise. And so if you would like to do that, please do pause the video now, go grab yourself a pen and a piece of paper, and we will go on from here. Okay then, welcome back. I hope you've all got a pen and you are ready to write this down. So as always, step number one is around cleansing your auric field. Now, your auric field, for those of you that don't know, is the energy field that goes around your physical vessel. So grab yourself, I was just checking to see if I had any Palo Santo. I don't on here. Grab yourself a bit of Palo Santo or a bit of sage or a bit of incense or a bit of salt or essential oils or whatever it is that you use to cleanse yourself. You could just spray water over you for if you need to, whatever works. And as you cleanse your field, as you cleanse your energy field, say, divine light, please guide me to clear any of the old stagnant energies from my field and bring in the love, the abundance, the light, and the clarity required for this full moon. Step number two, you got it. We're going to go and cleanse our space. So go around your space with your incense or your Palo Santo or whatever, and walk around and go up to the top in the corners and keep walking around and up to the top, and just make sure that if you've got any crystals or anything like that, give them the once over, get them out in the sunshine if it's sunny where you are, get them out in the moon energy if that aligns to you. And as you do that, open up the doors and say, divine, please take anything that no longer serves me. Please remove the stickiness, remove any cords, remove any attachments to my home and my beautiful space. Step number three, I would like you to crank up some solfeggio frequencies or some Milan or something like that, something really beautiful that activates your body. And I would like you to drop into a meditation for about 7 minutes. Okay, Now, in that 7 minutes, I would like you to be really focused on what it is that you feel have been the good, the bad, and the ugly points of 2020 so far. Sorry, 2022. I just shaved a couple of years off. You know why I do that? And I do that quite often. It's because 2020, I channeled all of this stuff that I've been doing this year. So I keep thinking I'm back then, but we've clearly just had 2 years where we've just wiped 2 years off of our life. So yeah, apologies for that little slip up. So sit in meditation for 7 minutes and look at the good, the bad, and the ugly of 2022 so far. Step number 4, grab yourself a piece of paper and write down on one piece of paper the good, on one piece of paper, or on the other side of the piece of paper the bad, and or the other and another piece of paper the ugly, or just split an A4 piece of paper into 3 sections and just put in there the highlights of the year so far. So for me, one of the highlights of the year so far has to be the fact that I have been able to travel around Europe. I've done 11 countries this year so far. I've been aligning the energies. I've been igniting the abundance. I've been removing the lack. Another highlight of my year is the beautiful videos that David and I have been able to put together and put out, you know, and I didn't even know this person in May. So, you know, it's fascinating how life can change very, very quickly. Some of the bad points, you know, the bad points could be, well, you know, I haven't quite achieved what I wanted to do business wise, or I haven't quite got the relationship that I was looking for, or I don't know, you guys know, like maybe the weather's crap in September and we were hoping for a sunny September. I don't know, like you look at what's gone in your perception badly, and the ugly points. Okay, so what, you know, disagreements have you had? What could you have done better? That's what I'm talking about when I go to ugly. So is there anyone that you've shouted at and you didn't need to shout at them? Maybe like this will be, oh, actually, I really shouted at my child that day and I shouldn't have done that. Like, I know better. I don't need to shout at my child. I can just go down to their level and have a discussion with them. So this is what I would like you to do. And I want you to take a little bit of time doing this, ladies and gents, because this is a very, very important review. We normally review when we get to December, but we've had too many drinks come New Year, so we don't actually review it properly. So this is your period of time to review. Once you've done that, I would like you to grab your 4th piece of paper or a separate piece of paper, which is important that it has to be on a separate piece of paper. What are you going to change? What are you going to change? Let's say you've put on a few kilos and you're not happy about that. Like, that's bad. You're not happy with it. And that's in your bad list. So you decide on your change list, I'm going to get my butt back to the gym. I'm going to get my butt back running. I'm going to start eating much more healthy. I'm going to cut out the alcohol, or I'm just going to have a couple of glasses on a Saturday night, or whatever it is. Look at what you are going to change. Review that list, then get outside under the full moon. It doesn't matter if it's cloudy, it doesn't matter any of that stuff. Get outside under the full moon energy and speak it into existence. Then pop it somewhere, under a crystal or under your favorite pillow or whatever, just somewhere where the full moon energy can continue to immerse in it. You know, if you put it under your pillow, it will just be going through you whilst you're resting. Ladies and gents, happy full moon. My advice to you is to buckle up. We have got some huge energies incoming, and it is time for us to go on this journey once and for all. I look forward to seeing you in the next videos, guys. Lots of love.